And we're live.
Hello. Good evening. Good gracious.
Put the tweet out.
Welcome to the Gospel of the Chronicles of Darkness, hosted by the Gospel of Comics, with our victim in charge, Church of Failure, our associate victim,
episode 7,
McCartney.
part 7.
Episode 7, part 7. Damn. Which, if I've got it math right, means about 3 more episodes before the end of the season. That's right, people. It's a season. We have it actually planned, kind of, sort of. Something like a plan was made by me, your glorious chronicler, RuneKnight, and with us as always, or at least more recently, is our good friend Moody, because well, it's Moody, but our other players aren't here tonight, so we're gonna be a smaller game, but that doesn't mean we can't have a serious game. As you can tell by our glorious murder soundtrack, things gonna get murdered. It'll be fun. It'll be terrible. Last night in our previous session, our stable of adventurers, our crew, successfully got out of an extra-dimensional space and returned to something resembling normalcy. They got a new truck van body for Cool Ride. They cut a deal with a entity which does not seem to be negative. They did not get tracked and followed by bikers, as far as they know. And they now know something of the city that they live in, that it is a model, a machine constructed by monsters for monsters to facilitate the interests of monsters that are all around them all the time. And when we left off specifically in Dark of Night, Ayrton McCartney, who had finally returned to his little used apartment, was awakened to discover that Cool Ride had slipped the shackle. He had actually driven off into the night, uncontrolled and unknown. No, we have no idea where Cool Ride has gone. So our question becomes, Ayrton, are you going to contact Church and Moody about this immediately, or are you going to roll over and go to sleep and hope that everything works out fine?
Instinctually for the comedy, I want to say go back to sleep, but no, I'm gonna give them a ring and say they need to get their asses like AQAP.
Okay.
As quick as possible.
Right, but I mean, figure out who you're calling and drop your dime. I'm gonna sit here and keep figuring out what I want for dinner.
Many difficult decisions were made that night.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna call Church first, because I don't really want to talk to them yet.
So, I mean, Church, are you also preparing to turn in, beaten, tired, agitated, possibly drunken?
I'm halfway inclined to, ignore the call at this point, but no, I'll take and listen and be very angry with how this is going, and
okay.
Proceed to make my way back to where all the fuck ups have happened.
Everywhere?
I mean, recent fuck ups tonight. Ayrton, where the fuck ups always just happen.
So you're heading to Ayrton's place, is what you're saying.
I'm heading to wherever he is. Was he home when the van disappeared on him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And yeah, I am.
Okay. Are you gonna let Moody know that you're on this excursion, or is it just the dynamic duo?
Oh no, I'm dragging him into.
Sharing the pain.
No. If he says he's
It's
not coming,
fine.
I'm gonna come
I'm
get him.
more than happy to be left home asleep. You don't have to call me.
It's cool. It's cool. I want you here.
All right. Well, I assume with how late I was staying up, attempting to jury rig bulletproofing into my panels in my van, I guess I haven't been asleep very long.
Actually, it's been a thing. The jury rigging didn't take very long. Didn't require any tests because you had this plan in mind before. You were that kind of hyper prepared. It's more like a zen for you. So you were able to, get in the car, sit down, grab a couple of minutes of shut-eye, and you were having a weird dream. Okay? I mean, you have dreams, but you very rarely remember them. You just know you have them because you have to have them. Everybody has dreams, right? You remember that you were flying above a body of water. It was very still and very deep. And as you flew over it, you become aware that you were not looking at your reflection, but rather looking at something back at you. And you reached down to touch the water, and as you did, you didn't feel water, you felt cold stone, and you felt as though you were in some kind of underground place. And you could hear something moving through the halls, stomping on large hooven feet. But right before you could take any chance to figure out what it is, where you could engage the dream, right? Your phone rang and you were pulled right the fuck out of it as though you had no sleep at all. You feel entirely unrefreshed.
I will groggily answer the phone aggressively. What?
So the van disappeared. You gotta come to Ayrton's place. Yeah, I get it, but you gotta come to Ayrton's place.
You need a ride?
Yep.
Alright. Be there soon.
Alright. Bring guns. Always bring
Hang
guns.
up phone. Spend a few minutes lying there trying not to go back to sleep. Eventually get up and I'll get my stuff together and throw it in the van and go pick up Dirk.
Okay. So, you get to Ayrton's place. Everybody is cranky. Everybody is tired. Everybody is in no mood for this bullshit. And it is exactly as it's been described. Literally, Cool Ride just turned himself on and drove the freak out. He didn't speed. He wasn't under any overt threat that you could tell. Just drove away. Is there any I don't recall, was that a rented vehicle or did you buy that off a lot?
The van?
Yeah.
Didn't we steal it?
No. Well, I don't remember where your van came from, but I know I bought mine with my contacts because I went through my my dealer people.
Yeah, you rented a party van, Ayrton.
Yeah, I got myself a white panel van.
That's right. Yeah, I rented a party van.
Right. Now, did Cool Ride take the party van or did Cool Ride take the white van?
I mean, I would assume Cool Ride took the party van. Yeah. I'm currently driving the white panel.
Okay. So, Ayrton, give me a resolve plus academics check. One of the weirder. No, it's an int resolve. Sorry. Give me an int resolve check. It's one of the weirder pools for remembering things.
Int resolve?
Yep, intelligence resolve.
I'm gonna have to remember how to do the new.
Should be in the Dice Rolls channel. Professional gaming, everybody.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay. You got no successes, so you don't recall specifically anything about the party van. So how do the rest of you want to proceed with your quest to locate Coolride?
Okay, well, common sense dictates that in renting it, there would be some form of a receipt or
There is.
email or something that would give us at
There
least
is-
some basic information to help track this thing down.
There is both.
Okay.
As you scan over it, it's identity, it is rates, it is return expectation, and of course the number for the GPS tracking data.
That's what we need.
Exactly what I was going to ask. If it had one of those anti-theft GPSs in it.
Hey, you got any colloidal silver, Moody? I'm exhausted.
I'll pull out the bottle and hand it to him.
You guys are getting a habit.
I mean, I'll take
Okay.
anything at this point, but I give him the GPS
It's amazing what people
coordinates.
get used to.
So you guys, you guys can find the van. It is apparently downtown.
All right. Get in the van, Ayrton.
I don't want to get in the rape bag.
Yeah, this is your cat. We're gonna hold it. You're fucking it. Get in the van.
Fine.
All right. Onward to the van. To the party bus.
Okay.
All right. Well, how does this GPS thing work? Is it like a phone app, or how are we tracking this thing? What is this?
Oh, it's totally
Computer magic.
it's totally a website accessible by phone. So as long as you have a stable internet connection, you can access the tracking data anywhere. It's not even secured, because why would they secure the ability to locate their vehicles?
So I will point at church and be like, "All right, you navigate. I'll drive."
Yep.
Okay. So you guys drive into downtown, and you're driving out of the. You know how there's the central section of its major city that is always big business. It's where the stocks, the banks, all the fancy
Yeah.
businesses are, and then just adjacent that, unspoken but absolutely there, is the high end of the red light district.
Yeah.
You know, where the fancy assholes go to drink fancy booze and snort cocaine off of prostitutes. That
The
kind
part of the red light district the police would never raid.
right, because if they
Those
did,
those don't
they
exist in
their
all
costs.
cities either. Like that's really more for TV.
But this is the world of darkness. Those totally exist in all the cities.
I'm just saying, like, it's not that cool in real life. Like, you have to find your own
Alas.
cocaine.
Alas, things are not that cool in real life.
But that's where
yeah,
I would
no.
expect Cool Ride to be.
Yeah, Coolride is in the fancy part of the sleazy part of town, and you find the vehicle. It is apparently in an underground parking structure for a club called The Rack.
Of course it is.
Has a big flaming sign out front, and a neon girl is poking a neon rack of ribs. So it looks like a steakhouse / dance club. It's the most gaudy thing ever.
I was expecting you to say knockers, and a couple of the letters in the sign would be your tits. Be more creative, Rune.
Oh,
I don't know. He is making me hungry. So.
but to get into the parking structure, though, I mean, you have to be a participant. You gotta go through the valet process, and that presumes that you're trying to get in the club.
I mean, we're just trying to get to the van or the bus.
But it's a underground parking structure with a gate. Gate is closed.
Okay.
Can't we just sneak in?
You can totally attempt to sneak into the rack.
We don't.
No.
we don't have to
I don't want to
in.
sneak in. I want to force my way in at this point. There's got to be some little fucking Poindexter valet piece of shit with a key that'll let us in this motherfucker.
I mean, you can look around for the valet. It could happen.
I think that should be the first plan of attack, right?
Okay. I mean, there is a valet. He's not a Poindexter. He's pretty to look at, but he's obviously the 98-pound weakling. He's a fancy city boy who's, the kind of person that if you were famous, he really wants to show you his screenplay.
I'll lean over to Ayrton and say, "You really want to talk him into letting us into that parking structure?"
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
You just spec'd into being able to do shit like that. You should use it.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
You do, in fact, have some cheese.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I'm just opening up your sheet here and having a look-see. But, yeah, you can have a chat with the guy. Are you going to just communicate with him normally, or are you going to, in fact, brain whammy his face?
Real quick.
Oh, I'm
Hold on, before you say anything, as your representative, I think the plan should be you separate from us outside of his line of sight. That way, we still have the element of surprise. So
okay,
you
I'll
hop
just
out of the
kinda
van
walk
and
up to
approach.
him.
Yeah, you hop out of the van
Okay.
around the corner and approach
Alex! Sorry.
The wonders of small children. So,
I mean, is that
neat.
good with you, Moody?
I think Moody's
Sounds good
dealing
for
with
me.
that.
No, I my head said I couldn't get to come back down.
But
Yeah, that sounds good for me.
But this is interesting because for once, Ayrton, you are in fact out at night, and you feel much more alive, much more energized than you do during the day. You're not actually at a comfortable level of, mosey and stoned. You actually feel like you are in your element, like things are responding to you. The world seems way more vibrant than it has been in a while.
All right. I can dig this.
Oh yeah. So
I feel like Joe's being nice to me right now because he's about to me in the next 20
No.
minutes. But
oh no. In matter of point, during the day you are at a -2 on all actions. If you don't get at least 8 hours of sleep, you also suffer the lethargic condition. So when I say your character feels energized, it's 100% true. You feel more alive at night than you do most days. And yeah, you just picked up euphoric touch. You could so you can fondle people to make them love you.
I don't think I want to do that one.
Probably not. Probably not what you want to do.
Mind molest them?
I'm looking that up. I don't actually think you have a mind molestation. Do you have psychic seduction? Or psychic transference?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, though you in fact still have to chat him up to get him to open to you.
There's
But
a
you're
different
pretty-
phrasing you can use.
But you're pretty good at it is the important part. Also, just for clarity, while you are wandering around tonight. You have a +3 on all your perception rolls. You take no penalties from darkness, and you double the range of all of your senses. And you have the equivalent of the danger sense merit. You feel pretty good. You see better. You hear better. You pretty much think you are better. So if you want to canoodle this guy into maybe opening the gate, you either need to make a presence or manipulation roll plus persuasion, and you probably want to use your specialty of fast talk.
Okay.
The key question is, are you in fact going to touch him at any point?
I can just kind of like casually, like pat him on my shoulder, right?
Yeah, we're not. It's not like you have to like stroke his cheek or give him a hand job. It's literally just, you know,
Right.
do you physically come into contact with him at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do. What was it? Presence or manipulation plus.
Persuasion, and you get +1 for your specialty if you're going to quick talk him.
Oh, okay. So 7? Is that what that is?
Yeah. If you
Okay.
want to use your euphoric touch, you gotta spend a willpower.
All right.
Because this is not a trick you have done before. Okay. You gonna spend that willpower?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So that should have been 8, shouldn't it?
No. The willpower was to activate an ability. So
okay.
you're talking to this guy. You touch his shoulder. You're like, "Hey, buddy, I know you're working hard, but I could really use some help getting in this, door, because I think somebody, lifted my vehicle, and I want to see if it's in there." And normally he would be very much like, "Sir, I can't just let randos in." But as you touch him and as you're speaking to him, if Church and Moody are watching, they literally see the guy. He doesn't fall into you. He doesn't collapse, right? But it's like he's just kind of diminished in his thinking processes. He's like hanging on your every word. It's like he's numbed, and then he's almost swooning, as if he's enjoying close proximity to you. Okay? And when he gives you the keys, you're like, "Hey, thanks, buddy. I'll see you around." He's like, "Promise?" Like, when? Like, where can I meet you? Like, can I get you something? Like, he really wants to help you now. And that's weird, because you've never had that response from a dude before.
Just the keys are good.
Or a lady.
I mean, they're yours, but like make it fast, man, because like weird stuff happens down there. You don't want to be down there. So, like stay away from the sewer. Right? You want me to come with you? I can come with you. Can I come with you?
No, it's cool.
Are you sure?
Just keep an eye out up here. We're gonna be.
You got it. I will totally keep an eye out. I'm on it. Like I'll let you know if if the doorman's coming around, because he's a hard ass man. Watched him break a dude. I'm on it. My eyes are yours. You got it. And he's like doing it. He's like totally fronting for you guys now. You've gained a lookout, and you don't quite know how.
Well, I know how, but I understand what Ayrton's expecting to better than he does.
Well, yes, out of character, in character, you've never quite seen. You've heard tale of how Ayrton is like the smoothie about campus, but you've never quite seen him put the moves on somebody. It's like, oh.
All right. So, are we gonna park the van outside, or are we gonna drive the van in here? Moody.
Is this like a parking garage or?
Yeah, it's a structure.
It's a parking garage, but I think we need to leave the van out here, don't you?
Yeah, I'm inclined to say so. So far, buildings have been fairly hostile to us.
Yes. I mean, I don't think we're going to need camping gear or anything. Maybe we grab a couple of weapons or something, but maybe a light source and a weapon. But anyway,
Is this like a club or something, right?
Yeah, it's a parking garage for a club.
It's a club with its own parking garage, and the parking garage is
Well,
closed to the public without personal access.
So this is the club's parking garage. This isn't just like a downtown parking garage.
Yeah, no, it is. It is in fact directly connected to the club, which does kind of stand out to your brain. Like, wow, this club must be schmoozy to have its own parking garage, and they get to lock it up during business hours.
That's illegal, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, we'll leave the van out here.
Yeah, so definitely gonna take a concealed fire handgun in with me on a concealed holster.
Yeah, I've got my hand cannon on my person.
And
I take one of these grenades.
No.
The only explosive I have is a pipe bomb. Like bomb level explosive at least. I don't think Joe has entrusted me with hand grenades yet.
I have not.
Grab a tire iron, or if Moody's got a rifle back here, but I'm not trusting you with a handgun, Ayrton. You'll shoot your dick off.
You mean I might shoot your dick off, man?
That too. That's a problem. Anyway. Alright, so we go into this parking garage.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to make a perception check.
Certainly.
I think that's the optimal thing to do here.
Yeah.
Get my sheet up. That is, what, wits compo... No.
Yeah, that is wits composure for perception.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
I'll go ahead and do one as well. That seems something like I would be looking around for.
Okay. Ayrton, if you're making one as well, remember you've got a +3 to that pull.
Alright, so I got 5. And I've got a 2 in investigation. Does that mean anything?
Well, if you're using investigation as a skill, you'd roll wits plus investigation. That's called skill-based perception.
Oh,
it can get you different information.
You said +3?
Yep.
I'll go with that. Okay. I've got a box and 2 dots. That means what? 2 in wits and 2 in investigation?
The box means that you, if it's blacked in, means that you are a professional skill.
How many dice am I rolling? That's all I need to know.
Let me look at your sheet real quick.
It's 2 dots, a box, and 2 in wits.
Yeah, so you're rolling 4 dice.
Okay.
Yeah, the box is for specialties, if you had one, and for your professional training. It would interact with something else. Yeah, you should have a specialty in investigation, but we didn't put it in, so we don't know what it is.
I asked you nicely. I said, please, you stupid dice bot.
Dude, this fucking bot is a dickhead.
And Ayrton, what'd you get?
I got 1.
Hey, 1 is better than none. So, as you're looking around this well-appointed but kind of skeevy-looking parking garage, it very much has the feel of, wow, this is a place where people go to get high and possibly give each other hand jobs, you know?
1 second. I actually put the wrong number of dice in.
Oh, okay. This could matter.
Hey! 1 success.
Still no successes.
Yeah, the D&D bot defies you. there's a single service elevator. There's several ranks of cars, and there's a ramp that leads up to the next level structure because this has got a couple of floors to it. You don't see Cool Ride anywhere around here, but you do see a oil drum that has been turned into a fire pit, and there is a guy standing next to it warming his mitts, which is weird. You're like, wait a minute, this is a locked structure, and they got a fire pit hobo inside?
Super cliche.
I mean, it is super cliche, but at the same time, it makes your brain wonder why and how and what's his purpose. But you saw him.
I'm gonna look over at church and say, "Where's the GPS say we need to go?"
That would be a rune question.
I don't think that's how GPSs work.
No, it is.
Well, we have
You
one
can-
for Cool Ride.
Yeah.
I mean, the GPS says he's at this location. It doesn't say what floor he's on,
Okay.
or if he's in the club.
God, I hope
Well,
he's
I mean,
not.
if our party van drove inside the club, that's a whole different problem.
Yeah.
Well, you know that he can take a human form and walk away from the van too. So
Mm.
Well, isn't the GPS itself part of the physical van?
it's part
I
of
mean-
the physical van.
Hold on. Honestly, let's just take a vote. At this point, if we find the van and he's not in it, like the party bus, and he's not, like, attached to it, can we just say fuck him?
What
I
do you
mean,
think,
really-
Ayrton?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea, but I think it's the best one we've had. He has bikers after him. He has other dimensional things that want him gone back to his regular dimension, and I just want to go to
Yeah.
bed.
And they're after us too. And so
Not,
if they catch
not,
him,
no. They're after him, and we defended him, and then he runs the fuck off like this. If we find the bus and he's not part of it, I'm taking the bus and going home.
yeah. Since we defended him, they're going to be after us now.
I don't think so.
Because now we know something we're not supposed to know.
I don't. I think if there were people after us for that, we'd have been dead a long time ago, Ayrton.
I don't know. Moody,
I-
what? You're the tiebreaker.
So I've never even seen Cool Ride separate from the van before. So
Yeah, you did.
in the other world, I did, but not in this reality.
Well, no, not in this reality, but
No,
you
in-
saw it happen.
No, in this reality, you watched him turn from a person into a van. He merged with a van in front of you.
Nope.
As far as I'm
Yeah, Moody was already gone.
First time I saw Cool Ride is when he pulled up at the storage facility, and then we went on a high-speed chase that shoved us across dimensions.
all right.
And then he was
I will-
gone before he turned into a party bus again. So,
I will accede to your memory of events.
but I'm saying it again. If he's in that fucking club, and he's abandoned the party bus in this parking garage to go fucking club it up, then he's on his own. He can steal his own fucking car, and he can deal with his own fucking problems. I'm tired of it.
Here's the thing. Let me ask this question. Let's say this fellow is separated from the van.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to be any less trouble by not bringing him along? It doesn't sound like leaving him behind is going to make our situation worse. It's just questionably about whether it makes it better.
I think
So
it
I
does.
don't
I think
see
it
that-
gets the bikers off of our ass. I honestly
I
think
don't
it does.
see how leaving him behind has a downside for us. It just may not have an upside.
I think the upside is it at least gets the bikers off of our ass, and we might actually have a little bit of a break from this interdimensional bullshit that we've been dealing with. Because think about it, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for that goddamn van. Well,
And for
that's
that-
not true. That's not true. If it wasn't for the machine,
No.
but the van came immediately after the machine, so they're in the same boat.
Wait, where is the machine right now?
Let's find the van. Let's find the bus and make a decision when we find the bus.
As I recall, you finally took the machine to one of your domiciles because you couldn't leave it in the storage unit anymore.
Yes, at my
I
house.
just can't remember who took it. Okay, it's at Church's. Okay.
Yeah, you took it in your van to my house.
Cool. All right. Well, let's find the van. Let's search the parking garage. And that looks weird. Let's stay away from the bum over there.
I agree.
Yeah, I agreed with that one.
So, you guys head up first level. Chloride's not there. You head up third level. You find the party van. It is there. It is in good order. It hasn't got any damage on it. However, someone has left a note. It's got a little standee on the dash inside the windshield section as you approach.
And what does it say?
Okay, you open the van, you pull it out, you look. It says, "Hey guys, be back soon. Making connections. Your friends." And it actually has a little drawing with double finger guns and a smiley face. Cool ride.
That makes me want to leave it even more now. That's so fucking cringe.
I can't help but picture Buddy Christ in my head.
It's exactly who it is.
Cool Ride is somewhere between Buddy Christ and Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski. And which one he is kind of shifts by minute when you look at him.
No, I mean specifically that drawing is what I mean.
Oh no, it's very close to Buddy Christ.
That means he's in the club. Smart money is take the party bus and park it near the van outside. At least get it out of this parking garage before we go into this club.
Smart money is we go home and go to sleep.
Yeah, it is. I really love the Big Lebowski, man. We've got to go get the fucking van. Entity.
God, you are weak-willed.
Hey, he drew a smiley face with finger guns.
He did the finger guns. That really.
I didn't. Doodle could sway you after a 10-minute decision.
Hey, you wouldn't back me up in the first place. If you would have backed me up, I couldn't have gone back. This is your fault just as much as it is mine. Now get the fucking party butts out of here.
All right, my food is 0 minutes from arriving at the door, so I need to step away for just a second.
Okay.
But when I return, we will either head into the club, or you guys will tell me you're gonna walk away.
Is that what you want to do, Moody? Do you want to walk away from this? I'm fine with it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I do.
I mean, it's going to end badly for us no matter what we do.
I
mean, let's be honest. I'm under no belief that any action we change is going to change whether Joe screws us over at all. Okay, I'm under no illusions here.
Ayrton, what's your argument?
Well, in light of that one, that no matter what we choose, Joe's still gonna fuck us. You know, I don't really have a good argument to counter that. No, I guess my biggest argument is I don't think we want to piss off any more interdimensional beings.
I mean, he knows the way to your house.
We could actually just leave the party bus here. You know, you could actually go inside the party bus and go to sleep. Wait for him.
You could.
I'm not going to. It's an option you have. It's your van. I just helped you track it down. I mean, I feel like we do need to leave him some way to get home. He's probably just going to bring
mean,
trouble to us.
Or I could be right, and he's going to bring us something cool.
Ayrton, I want you to draw me a graph.
Yeah.
How many times you've been right, and how many times things have worked out in this game. I want you to take that graph, turn it sideways, and stick it right up your candy ass.
I mean, you make a valid point.
So,
I want
I
you to
think-
know, this is what he drew on that piece of paper.
Hold on, it's loading.
100%. That's the exact doodle, color and all.
See, how can we leave that?
All right, a second plan, a second thing we could do, Moody, is we could stake the party bus out.
You like a good old-fashioned steak out there.
I mean, if you want to stick around and watch the van, at least don't leave it in the garage, controlled by the weirdly mysterious, suspicious club. At least park it on the curb where we can keep an eye on it.
That's what I was saying. Is we
They're very
definitely
young.
the first thing we need to do is get it out of here. Maybe put a note in the parking space that tells Cool Ride that it's outside.
With the smiley face finger guns.
Yes. The exact same doodle reversed.
I'll be surprised if you can get this van out of the garage without driving over an interdimensional spike strip for vehicles.
I mean, at that rate, he's on his own. We're just going home. Regardless of what happens, we're just driving. He's not here right now. But regardless of what happens, if we hit interdimensional spike strips, we're leaving the garage, we're jumping in the van, and we're just driving away from all of it. I'm like, nope, fuck this. Fuck all of this.
We're going to drive to Nantucket, change our names.
Drive to the school, burn that shit down.
You know a plastic surgeon, maybe?
You know a Mantis guy, right?
Yeah. Do you know? I don't think you know I don't think you know he's a Mantis yet.
You told us in the car on the way back.
Remember. Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, I try and squeak that shit that we know out of character into character, like in travel time and shit.
I forgot about that.
That way we don't have to pretend we don't know about things other people have done. That's why I finally confessed my murder to the party. I just didn't want to confess it to them when they didn't believe me in interdimensional bullshit. Like, I knew you did, but you knew I was going to murder the kid anyway. Moody didn't know, and until he was at least in a different dimension with us, I didn't want to mention that I had murdered a spider stuffed kid. Seems like the kind of thing you do when you're a sociopath.
What are you implying?
Nothing. So what's the call here?
Just
Are we
take a
moving the
long
bus?
time to get this through.
Are we moving the bus or not?
Sound like we had agreement on that, but at least.
Okay. Now,
Yeah,
what are we doing once the
I say
bus
we
is moved?
move it.
What are we doing once the bus is moved?
I say you two wait in Moody's van with like some rifles ready and shit, and I'll wait in the party bus for cool rides to come back.
All right. Got any walkie-talkies? Van movie?
Sure, I probably do.
Okay. Why do I feel like we're setting up for a battle and retrieving a vehicle? Everything have to be combat. What the hell am I
I
fighting?
mean, it started with the chainsaw dude.
No, it didn't. It started with an amalgamous monster.
Oh, well, does that count as a fight? That was more of like a getaway.
That's what most first fights are in RPG games.
All right, I am back.
Are you?
So, what was the final aggregate decision of the group?
All right,
The picture I put in there is what he drew.
All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
here's
that's basically
the plan. Ayrton is going to drive the party bus out onto the curb.
Okay.
We're going to leave a note in the parking spot that tells Cool Ride that the party bus is out on the curb. Moody and I are going to go back to the van and wait for Cool Ride to return to the party bus while Ayrton stays in the party bus on the curb.
Okay.
What do we need to do to ensure that that happens without malady?
Oh, all of that will go off without a hitch.
Okay. So that's where we are.
All right, we'll sit out and wait to see if Cool Ride returns some point in the night. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna take a nap while we wait.
Yeah, we've got walkie-talkies. Ayrton has walkie-talkie with us, and that's how we're staying in communication. Okay. But I'm sure we're all basically taking a nap at this point, waiting on Cool Ride.
All right. So
door's locked, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yes. In this neighborhood, definitely. So Moody, you go to sleep, and again, you are flying above the water.
Don't like.
It's deep, it's clear, but it's dark. Like it goes down infinitely. You can't even see the bottom. And again, as you touch it, you hear the approaching hooves. You hear the grinding of stone, and then suddenly you're not above water. You're standing on concrete in a hallway that is ill lit. And you see that it has various doors along its surface on either side that are old school 19th century prison doors. Many of them rusted over or in poor repair. Some of them look like they have been wrenched open from the outside and have been left hanging partially on the hinge. And as far as you can tell, though you'd swear it's a dream, you also swear it's real because you can smell it. You know, you can smell stagnant urine and dripping water and old blood. You can taste the dust in the air. It all feels very solid to your hands. You are 100% certain that what you are experiencing is real.
I'm gonna peek in through the closest door, through the bars.
Okay. you see someone sitting there on a bed, and they're just rocking back and forth with their hands over their ears and their eyes shut tight. Uh, they look like a prisoner, but not necessarily a convict. The jumpsuit is just sort of gray and it is very frayed. They look like they haven't eaten. They look like they haven't bathed. They look like the most debased abuse of humanity you can imagine, and they're just trying to pretend that none of this is happening.
Go looking through the next door.
This one has been wrenched open, and there is a single swinging naked light, because of course there is, and there's a fly, and there's a cot, and the cot has been is covered in old blood. It looks like someone wrenched open the door, came in, and just did grievous bodily harm to someone, and then dragged the corpse out.
Okay, and one more for completeness sake.
Okay. This time, when you look into the next one, someone jumps at you, and they grab your sleeve, and they're like, "You have to get me out of here. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't know it was wrong. I just agreed. He was helping me. You have to let me out, please."
Man, you have awesome dreams, Moody.
What do you eat before bed?
I'll be honest, when he described what this scene looked like, this is not where I thought this was going. You there, Joe?
Yeah. I'm waiting. What is your response to this person grabbing you and begging for you to help them?
Oh, I said, who are you talking about?
Ah. The person opens their mouth like they're going to say something, and then you hear what sounds like a bull or a cow sounding off somewhere down the tunnel, and the person they suddenly look terrified. He's coming, he's coming, and they let you go, and you watch them climb under the bed and hide.
Look around. Is anyone coming?
You can't see anyone, but you can hear it. You can hear those hoofbeats getting closer.
Okay, then it sounds like I need to go hide in the broken open cell, and that way I can peek and see what he's doing, what's happening.
Okay.
Do I have any of my normal equipment with me, like a gun?
No, you've never been this naked in your life.
Oh, I'm naked.
No, you're clothed, but like from the time you could wield a stick, you have never not had a weapon. You have no gun, no knife, no backup knife, no razor blade under your tongue. No, you don't have your shoes.
Can I wrench a bar or a piece of metal off this broken door?
You can try.
All right, well, let's try. What do you want?
I mean, it's a strength athletics. You're trying to pull a piece off of a thing.
Okay.
Possibly you could do an int craft if you think you're smart enough to figure out how to like unscrew a rusty bolt.
Oh yeah, that's me, pinnacle of intelligence.
Smartest guy I know.
That was strength, by the way.
Okay. You attempt to pull the bar off, and it will not come free, and you're yanking as these hoofs are getting closer, and it's not like cartoon hoofs. It's not like just animal hoofs. You can tell they're magnified. There's weight behind them. So at first it was like clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Now it's like boom, boom, boom. But it's not 4 feet.
All right,
It's regular like 2 foot.
My muscles have failed me. Let's see if my brains are more useful. Apparently, my brain is functioning better than my muscles.
Okay. You get the bar free. You're now holding it aloft. You are armed and ready for battle.
No, he's not.
That's really not going to help me much. But anyways,
So something at the end of the hallway where you cannot see turns, and you see two red orbs at about what on a normal person you would say is a foot and a half above chest height,
mm-hmm.
and they stop, and the falling of hoofbeats stop, and you have the sense that you're being stared at.
Then I'm going to duck back around the corner.
Okay, you dive back into the ruined cell, and the hoofbeats continue. They're not faster. They're not more. They're not racing towards you, and they stop at the third cell.
The one with the guy who was pulling on my clothes.
And you hear metal being wrenched from the wall. And you hear the guy screaming in the inside. It's like, not me! I didn't! No! And then you hear the guy get grabbed.
I'm going to leap out and try to stab whatever this is in its back.
Okay. Give me that strength weaponry check.
Can I use a willpower or no?
Absolutely can.
Good, because I have untrained for weaponry. All right.
You jump out, and you whack that motherfucker as hard as you can in the kneecap. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He does not know who he's messing with. He has not seen the rage you can set loose. And then you look at the guy, feeling, glorious. Like, yeah, take it. And then you look up, and up, and up, and you're like, that's a 10-foot tall dude with a bull head and horns who leans back very, very slowly. It's like a movie. And he's holding the other guy by the head as he looks at you with this expression of utter disdain, as if you could read his thoughts, and he's saying, are you kidding me? Before you watch him pop the guy's head like a pimple.
I'm running.
Okay.
Down the hallway from where the hoofbeats originally came from.
Okay. You run into the darkness. As you're running into the darkness, you can hear voices, other people screaming for help. You can hear deranged laughter. You can hear all kinds of strange, monstrous sounds. And, of course,
some text
soon
pops up above.
you hear...
Some text pops up above your head that says you are likely to be eaten by a crew.
I'm gonna cast magic missile into the darkness.
you try to marshal your will and be like, I'm gonna. This is a dream. I can control it. I'm gonna summon magic. Fuck! There's no magic. And you can hear the hoofbeats chasing you. Right? The creature you have assaulted has turned and is now on you, and you can feel your breath coming faster and faster and faster, and your heartbeat going harder and harder and harder. And Church, you've got the call, and Cool Ride is coming out of the club, but Moody has not woken up.
Okay.
Are you going to attempt to wake him up?
Yeah, just nudge him a little bit. Say, hey, man, Cool Ride. Coming out of the club.
Moody, the Minotaur has touched you. What are you going to do? You feel its hand on your shoulder.
All right, I already regret this. I'm gonna spin around and try to impale it with the pipe in my hand.
Okay, give me a strength plus brawl check.
Uh, oh.
That seems about right.
So Church Moody comes out of the dream with a scream and whaps you right in the grill with a fist.
I'm pretty sure his hand's gonna hurt after that.
Yes, actually. Well, how much? What is your armor total again? Isn't it 2?
Um,
Because all that armor stacks.
What kind of armor is he wearing?
He's not. It's subdermal. You have no idea.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
It's either 2 or 3.
By the way, is Church's cock cybernetic?
You don't know. But it's either going to be you take like 1 bashing, and he kind of bruised your lip, or you're going to soak all of it, and he just like cracked his knuckles on your Wolverine chin.
I've got 2 points in subdermal armor, 3 points in augmented resilience.
Okay.
3
Which
in
gives you a
strength
plus. So
augment.
yeah, so you actually have armor 3 total. So
Yeah.
Church, or Moody, you punch Church as hard as you can, and what actually wakes you up from the dream is the unspeakable pain of taking 3 bashing in the hand from punching Church's steely metal chin.
I took how much?
You basically take the 3 damage he doesn't take because
3
of how
bashing.
hard you hit him in what should not have been an armored face.
Like I'm putting chemicals in the water that turn the frickin' comrades metal.
Look. There's
I'm gonna start
Solid
cursing
Snake.
without end.
Look, there's Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, Metal Church.
Do you need me to drive, Moody?
Probably. And if Ayrton's guess is right, possibly also Metal Snake. We don't know.
All right.
I need some way for just say I'll be right back.
We're all awake now. Alert. Joe
So
there? Oh, okay.
yeah. So as you observe Cool Ride coming out of the club, looking suitably refreshed, like he's looking good. He is walking with a young lady.
Mhm.
But they do not look like a young lady like, this is my squeeze. They look like a young lady like, this is someone important that's coming with me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
And
Ayrton's still on the party bus.
yeah. So Ayrton, he walks up to the party bus and it's like, hey, bro, you showed up. Don't know why you moved the bus. What's up? How you doing?
What do you mean, what's up? Why did you leave?
I was hungry.
Why didn't you come inside?
Bruh, you were asleep. I can't feed on that. And dude, you don't feed on another dude. That's just like, whoa.
Did you use the right word that starts with an H?
Anyway, no, man, look, let's talk about the important thing. So this is Celia. Celia, this is Ayrton. Right? And the young woman looks at you. She inches down her business glasses because she looks very business. I mean, it's chic. It's club business, but it has that serious school dominatrix motif going
By
on.
the way, I'm so excited to hear the female voice you're about to do.
You mean the female voice I'm not going to do because I'm not Matt Mercer? That voice, yeah. And she's like, "Good morning." It's like, so like, she's the secretary for the Herald, and like, I got you guys a meeting for tomorrow, today, tonight. I got you guys a meeting for tonight.
Church is pissed at you, right?
Really? Oh man. Oh. Why?
Well, never mind. Where's this meeting, and when is it?
Here, this is the rack. And as he says this, the young woman gives him a look, but also then looks at the sign and goes, "Yes, it is."
So has church gotten out to call the other side radio to?
Church is not. You don't see the guy coming out of the van yet, but you see them moving around. Something's going on in there.
All right,
Maybe
so
it could be one of them punching the other one in the face. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna radio them on the walkie-talkie and tell them to get on over here.
Okay.
All
And I
right.
assume when Church responds, I hear Moody cursing in the background.
Yeah, I'm not gonna retaliate against Moody for punching me in the face because it hurt him more than it did me. And I understand that sleep kung fu. It's just I'm probably the best person to take it out on, to be honest.
Mm.
So I guess we start over to Ayrton's location. Moody.
Okay. As you approach, the young woman is looking over each of you critically, and it is solidly critical. Like she's judging you by your clothes, by your comportments, by your general appearance.
Good. I hope
The
I
fact that
disappoint her immensely.
Oh yeah, the fact that you're all sleep deprived, dirty
shadow.
commoners is just. She is solidly offended.
Good.
But
I hope she
not in a
fucking
way
chokes
that
on
she
it.
not in a way that she would ever express it, because that would diminish her in the eyes of her inferiors.
In the eternal words of Mike Bars, you want to jerk me around, I give you this long D.
But no, instead she looks at Coolride and is like, "This is not how we do things." And Coolride's like, "Well, I mean, yeah, but they're here, right? So, I mean, yeah."
What is this things? I just want to go home.
Mr. Ride has approached an individual of some significance to provide you with, or rather has petitioned for the consideration of aid in your endeavors. You apparently have a problem with the Kingslayers.
I mean, he does, which I guess in part means we do too, but we were actually really considering just letting him handle that on his own. Because he disappeared in the middle of the night without telling anyone where he went, and this isn't even our property that he took.
Hey, I gotta eat, man.
Yeah, and you gotta
I don't
tell
tell you-
people what... I
don't
tell-
think you can
that-
have
that-
a hamburger,
No, but you know what? I don't have to inhabit something that I don't own to go get a goddamn hamburger.
man. Now it's Coolride's turn to look offended. It's like, bruh, you have a meat suit.
Yeah,
Do I have to ask permission for you to have a meat suit? No, you just have a meat suit.
uh-huh. And you could have hoofed it to wherever you needed to feed just as easily as you could have taken the party bus, or you could have told somebody that you were taking the goddamn party bus.
I did hoof it. I took that's my feet. The party bus is my feet.
Okay, well, you have other feet that aren't someone else's responsibility. Anyway,
okay, so I can't go get lunch unless I wear the right shoes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Harsh.
All right, now, okay. Now, who is this person, and what are you doing petitioning people at this weird ass club?
As he said, I am the undersecretary to the Herald, and he has sought a audience with one of our Primogen, a upper level representative of our organization, who administrates this club and a number of other interests. And
do people have a English to whatever phrase book?
I was just about to say the same thing. Look, here's the way I understand things, because
I'm sorry. Let me adjust for your local patois. Billy Bob the car and Cool Ride's like, hey, asked us to have you get a meeting with Boss Hog. If you Duke boys can behave yourselves tonight.
We most absolutely will not be behaving ourselves, but we'll take the meeting all the same. You know, them Duke boys, we can't really be held accountable.
When did I fall into a Dukes of Hazzard episode?
I'm certain.
Can we do a Dukes of Hazzard RPG?
Yes, that could happen.
Yeah, let's get the Dukes of Hazzard car for Cool Ride to inhabit. That'd be cool.
So she looks snippy, and she's like, "Yes, I'm sure Sheriff Cartwright's going to love all of you." And she's like, "We open at 8. We close at 4 a.m. You are expected by 10. If you cannot dress appropriately, clothing will be provided. Your door fee has been comped, and we will provide you both protection coming and going and suitable refreshments.
I was going to ask about the bar tab.
The requirement for this largesse is that what you see does not spread. You are guests, very rare guests. Do not waste the opportunity.
I think we can handle that. We've seen some things.
I don't know, can you? Do you think you can?
I'll wear my cleanest t-shirt.
I'm sure. He's going to need clothes. I've got a suit.
You know, out of the 4 of you.
Well,
Mr.
I don't...
You are the most disappointing. You could actually be invited to our gathering if you just sought to elevate yourself instead of living off of the energies of co-eds. And then she just turns around and fucking leaves. Doesn't even say goodbye.
Out of character, I want to point out that this is one of those people we're eventually going to have to kill. I just want everybody to realize that and make a note now. Even if it's not necessary in the actual gameplay, we gonna murk this bitch.
Church is making a list and checking it twice.
Like, I don't know if we need to go full John Wick on this motherfucker or not, but you know, she's gonna go down at least Home Alone style. You feel me?
she at least needs some pin pan to the face.
All right, so I'm gonna slap Cool Ride on the shoulder and tell him, you know, sorry if I was a little harsh back there, but you can't just run around and rented merchandise. That's how you get police involved. And tell him that, you know, I'm kind of tired, and we all just need to get home and get some rest.
Why?
Huh?
Why? I mean, I don't do that thing where you guys stop moving and then you make funny breathy sounds. So why?
Because we're responsible for you and we don't need you to get killed.
Aw, I like you too, meatbag. He like pats you on the back, gives you a bro hug.
Good enough, but yeah, that's a good setup. It's a good little area we've gotten to where we can all just kind of converge back at home and actually get a few hours of sleep. Because from what I
Oh,
understand, we've been running for about 48 hours straight at this point as characters.
well, I assume you're gonna call in and call out of work.
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Taking personal time
Does Moody
because
even
of
have a
the
job?
emotional scarring because of the shop teacher. Yes, he's a coach at the school.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
But the emotional
Always
scarring
forgotten.
of the gym teacher, I remembered Moody. I got your back.
No one is surprised. Lots of people are taking personal days. The school is still undergoing pretty serious investigations. Rumor has it that they've got a hotshot super cop looking into the matter.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, she's like a discount Sherlock Holmes type.
This would be. I mean, we've got what about 12 minutes to midnight, and I don't know about you guys. I have work in the morning, so I think that'll be
Oh,
good.
in actual real life midnight. Okay.
Yeah. So where we're at right now would be a good time to kind of catch up on like auxiliary shit that's happened that we've become aware of since we got
Sure.
back from the alternate dimension.
Oh yeah. So in the overall, what you've got is one. Like I said, you now know the city is a machine designed for monsters.
Mm-hmm.
You know then that they have at least agents of some sort on campus who are watching. Agents who may or may not be associated with the bikers who are also watching you. And you know that there are strange extra dimensional creatures sort of all around, living life. And now you're being introduced to some kind of creepy cabal of people who operate out of a club called the Rack. And all of this is because Cool Ride comes from another dimension that you don't fully understand, but apparently people like him aren't supposed to be over here. At least that's what people keep telling you. The school suicide that got this all started has almost been entirely forgotten, as has the subsequent it's being called the meat pile orgy murder. Uh because of the vicious attempt. They can't really call it a school shooting, it's a school incident. Because you can't call it a shooting when a guy with no guns tries to take chainsaws to students and murders
A
his
school
wife.
chainsaw?
I guess. Um,
I think they
I
just
mean,
generalized that into the word massacre.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird. Your face is, in fact, still on the news, Ayrton. You are a local hero.
Much
They
to
haven't
my
been able to get
chagrin.
a,
Fuck,
they
I
have not
forgot
been
about
able
that
they have
part.
not been able to get a
Fuck.
hold of you for comment. But it's known that you checked yourself out of the hospital after getting your arm sewed back on.
I should probably be disguising more.
Why we live in a goddamn monster. Paying any attention.
Excuse me a minute. My
We're
mom.
literally just said I was like a local hero and still all over the news.
Yeah, still nobody's giving any attention. You're not a hotshot. I saved the day. I wrestled the goddamn psychopath. Your dumbass just got your arm cut off and got fucking hero status for it. Fuck you.
With how much Ayrton's character seems to hate me, I'm gonna probably gun him down one of these days.
I'm slowly but surely becoming more and more okay with that. Your days are numbered, Ayrton.
That'll be the
Yeah, I
wrap up for
assume
season 10. We all collectively gun down Ayrton.
And then ourselves to get out of this fucking game.
See you in our next
Yeah.
life as superheroes.
No, I'm saying the problem with that is all of us would none of us would roll successes, so we would all fail at killing each other.
Yeah.
Just so room to keep the game going. Come on now, he's not going to let us off that easily.
Oh, no, season 2 will start with, like, time weirdly be rewound, or it was all a dream sequence or something, you know? One of
Were
those.
you guys contemplating mass suicide?
What? No, we wouldn't do that.
Not at all, no.
We're not making Kool-Aid.
You think that death is the end?
Why,
You want to die? I'll take you to the underworld.
why would we?
Exist?
Why would we want to do that? No.
I told you. Told you.
We were going to talk about suicide. It'd be in real life, right?
Look. All I know is that suicide is painless and brings on many changes, and I can take and leave it as I please.
No, I've been a strong believer that the best way to get Rune to stop is not suicide, but homicide.
Well, we all hate that one bitch, so we can start there.
This was actually a conversation point recently. The idea of, do you need villains to empathize with? And whether that character's a villain or not is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, you sometimes need characters you can just hate.
Yeah. No, totally
Not
agree with that.
Not everybody's misunderstood. Not everybody's the hero of their own story. Some people are just assholes.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'm sorry.
As soon as we were introduced to this club front chick, I'm just like, yep, this is one that's going to have to die.
By the way, speaking of people who are just assholes, you guys should go check Kitties real quick while we're still in the air.
Oh God!
Yeah, I saw that.
What am I missing?
It's the P variant of the Curse of Thick Moranis. Because we already had the D variant. We already had the Danny Thought Vito.
Yep.
And Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. And so I found Cardi B.
It weirdly sounds like an alcoholic mixed drink.
The Tyrone Woodley Jake Paul fight is going on right now.
When you want to order a Bacardi B, you have to say "make it so."
I am gonna try and come up with a drink recipe and call it that now. Probably just equal parts Bacardi and Hennessy would be my guess, but splash just seltzer water.
It's Bacardi B, so you need something with berry. It's gotta be a little fruity.
Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say that on air.
Good man.
Look, if you want an image to haunt your nightmares tonight, think about the live-action reboot of the Lego Movie.
No.
That does not terrify me half as much as you think.
I actually really want to see that.
No, you want to see the porn parody. We all know it.
I mean, is there not a porn parody?
I would be shocked if there wasn't.
I'm
Ayrton apparently has been consumed by the robot that controls his two styrofoam cups and a string.
Yeah.
It's called the Lego Movie.
I hate everything about what you
let's
said.
see.
Don't look it up. I'm just telling you now. Don't look it up.
I mean, it's here. Let's see. There's a Vice article. The live-action Lego porn parody is here to corrupt your mind.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
People are wearing like large plastic masks on it. It's just terrifying.
I didn't click on the actual link for it yet. Should we do a? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I told you, don't look it up.
I'm the only one that took your advice.
I
Maybe.
already had.
You're a smart man, Church.
I know
Smart
it.
man.
I know it. And with that, I think that's how we'll end the show with everyone's visceral reaction.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. To actually find something scary in the Chronicles of Darkness, we had to actually go to the porn parody.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate all of you. With that, Ayrton, get us out of here.
Good night, everybody.